What's going on, guys? Asher with Hidden Profits Crypto here. Before we get into today's video, as usual, I want to give a huge thanks to everybody who's been supporting the channel. We got a lot of new subs. We're closing in on 2,500. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. We upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We show a lot of low cap altcoins, hidden gems, and other great projects. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. All right, so today we are going to be doing something a little different. I kind of tried this series out a long time ago on the channel, but I figured that this will bring a lot of information to you guys in just one video. So today we're going to be taking a look at some cloud storage Web3 projects. I do think this is going to be a large part of Web3 in the future, and I think if you can catch these waves before they take off, just like if you were to get into crypto gaming before crypto gaming took off, there's a ton of profit to be made. So that's why I definitely think here with Web3, there's going to need to be cloud data storage. So today I'm going to kind of just bring you guys 3 projects that I think are really promising, that have a lot of potential. We're going to be taking a look at ColdStack, Arweave, and Altheim. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. But these 3 projects all are relatively different size market caps, and they all kind of have their own thing that they do for data storage. So without anything else being said, let's just go ahead and get into it, as we have a lot to look over. All right, so I am going to show the Twitter pages so you guys know the official Twitter, where to get information from. So ColdStack_IO is where you guys can follow them here. So you see is the Uber for clouds, first to market aggregator of decentralized data storage, such as Filecoin. Now, I do also want to mention here that they just recently bridged to BSC, and they're on PancakeSwap now, which originally was just on Ethereum, available through Uniswap. And as you guys might know, if you're a viewer of the channel, I'm not a big fan of buying any Ethereum token. The gas fees you pay for buying and selling are just enough to keep me away from it. So seeing here a Binance Smart Chain bridge and being able to get it on PancakeSwap is definitely great for the market in the future of people, you know, it being accessible for them to buy. Anyways, we're going to head over to the coin market cap. So here you can see the current price is $2.20. Now, like I said, all 3 of these projects are kind of varying in market cap. This one being the lowest of the 3 with 3.3 million market cap, with 109 million fully diluted. Circulating supply is 1.5 million, with 50 million being the max supply. So you can see the circulating supply is very low, which is a little bit questionable, but then again, 50 million tokens really isn't that much. If we just take a very quick look, you can just kind of see here the price chart's just kind of been up and down. So all the other information here, if you guys want to check it out, but we're going to head over to the website. Here we are at coldstack.io. Now, it is a decentralized cloud aggregator, which an aggregator is basically pulling information from other like databases and stuff like that and putting it kind of into one central access point, if that's a way you want to put it. So everything you need in one place. You can see here Filecoin, Rust, Sia, Arweave, which we will take a look at, Zero Chain, Storage, some of those other ones, BitTorrent, file system. So let our AI find the best decentralized cloud for each of your files. So what is ColdStack? The simple and fastest, most affordable way to unleash the power of decentralized clouds for the projects within crypto space and beyond. So the cloud aggregator, simple and seamless integration with an all-in-one platform, unified API for easy data storage and retrieval anytime, anywhere. No data migration needed to switch between decentralized clouds. So the main kind of focus of this project that makes it different from a lot of other data storage kind of projects is that this one is kind of linking all these other great projects that are already out, and it's making your data accessible from these other points, or being able to store them into these other points. So it's kind of linking the data storage together. Now, if you think very, very long term, if you're just going to have one project that is accessible for all the different data storage networks like there might be, that is why I think there's definitely a use case here. As you know, if you can imagine there's a ton and this is the one linking to all the others, that would kind of bring some importance to this project. So we have NFT support, which is another cool thing that I definitely like about this one. So you can see here it's built in tokenize any uploaded file. So the way I'm kind of thinking this is maybe say I have a trading course or something like that, some information that's actually valuable. This will give you the ability to actually tokenize and turn that, say, trading course into an NFT or something along those lines, just kind of an example. But you can think of all the different kinds of ways that that could be used. So uses an ERC 721 or ERC 1115 NFT standard and universally digital asset storage for any NFT marketplace. It's also designed for DeFi, transparent, immutable, and cryptographically verifiable. Large hybrid data sets like payout schedules and token bonding curves, and Web3 based all-in-one experience for unified data management. They also have cold storage, best suited for cold data. So, you know, maybe something that needs to be stored offline that you don't want people accessing. Cold data is rarely used, but must be stored for a long time or even forever. 100% cheaper and relatively slower than usual storages like Amazon Cloud. So how will it work? AI-based pipeline finds the most suitable decentralized cloud for every file. So the main purpose of the CloudStack system is to store and retrieve users' data in a stack of clouds via Unified Data Exchange API, which is 100% compatible with Amazon S3 API that allows any project to use AWS library or SDK and start to use our system without any significant integration efforts. So we will publish an open source library with AWS S3 compatible API to the most of the decentralized storages. Users of ColdStack storage system will save up to 80% of the storage costs with our AI-based pipeline. So not only making it more accessible, but also making it cheaper to store your data, which is wonderful. ColdStack ecosystem has 3 types of nodes: file node, which provides file upload and download services, a gateway node, which works directly with the decentralized clouds, and billing node, which calculates the storage cost and charges the user. So due to high ETH transaction price and latency, like I always complain about, we use Polkadot parachain for transaction billing per each data storage retrieval operation. So wonderful here that they're not just sticking with ETH for their transactions. They're actually using Polkadot, so to try to cut costs and keep it lower for the user, which I am always for. So why ColdStack? It's affordable. The best price is guaranteed. AI-based technology allows us to keep the lowest data storage costs and download fees in the industry. It's easy. Amazon S3 compatible API to store and retrieve your data with any decentralized cloud storage, simple, seamless integration, and it's secure with 100% security and privacy with a blockchain-based cloud architecture. All the users are anonymous, all the data is encrypted. So here's some use cases for ColdStack: Web3 infrastructure projects. So ColdStack can help provide clients with unified data management to deal with heterogeneous data of any size, empowering their DApps with a Web3 based all-in-one experience. So if you have a DApps, I actually had somebody comment and criticize me that I say DApps and not DApps. I really don't think it makes a difference, but if you have DApps and you need somewhere to store the data, then that's great for Web3 projects. DeFi services as well. ColdStack can store and retrieve large hybrid data sets for DeFi services, as DeFi, it involves a lot of people, transactions, a lot of things that need to be stored. So most of this data isn't frequently accessed, but must be stored for a very long time or even forever. Blockchain-based games. So any gaming data, maybe your achievements, progress on items or characters, things like that. ColdStack can help game developers with cheap and reliable storage for their archived data about the player's activities. It will make all the payments and rewards more transparent and auditable. And then NFT marketplaces, ColdStack serves as an affordable digital asset storage for any NFT marketplace, especially for large files. Our NFT named NFCLS is compatible with major NFT marketplaces such as SuperRare or OpenSea. So you can only imagine how much data there is to store on OpenSea with the millions and millions of NFTs that are there. So for NFT marketplaces, this might be an option as well. And then the roadmap, I'm not going to go through it all here, but for Q4, where we are currently, full product launch, implementation of Binance Smart Chain and Polygon, and a launch of cross-chain bridges, ETH, Binance, and Polygon. So more accessibility is always great. Bridging with these other chains brings all sorts of new eyes to the project, as well as, you know, accessibility and cheaper fees, all sorts of things like that. Here is the core team. Now, I did check the CEO and the blockchain architect. You guys can go look a little bit more in depth, but they do have LinkedIns. There are names and faces, which is a great sign. And then you can see all the backers here, a very large amount of backers. And yeah, that about wraps it up for ColdStack. So definitely a interesting project here. Now, our next project here is Arweave. So here is their Twitter page, @Arweave team. We created the Arweave protocol, the first truly permanent information storage network backed by a sustainable endowment. So yeah, you guys can check this out here. Now you might see here Coinbase, and they had funding from Coinbase, which we will look at. So here is their coin market cap. Now this one is a little bit higher of a market cap at 1.5 billion with a 3 billion fully diluted. You can see the 24-hour volume. So here we have a max supply of 66 million, total supply of 63 million, and 51% of that being circulated with 33.3 million. So you can see here, it didn't really do much until February of this year. And then recently here in August has since gone up. It was at about $9 and is currently sitting at 46.72. So here's all the exchanges. It is available on KuCoin. Link in the description for KuCoin. If you don't have an account yet, you can use my referral link. It helps support the channel. But yeah, so let's go ahead and head over to the website. So the biggest thing here, more or less for this project, is storing data permanently. So Arweave enables you to store documents and applications forever. Arweave makes information permanent sustainable. Arweave is a new type of storage that backs data with sustainable and perpetual endowments, allowing users and developers to truly store data forever for the very first time. As a collectively owned hard drive that never forgets, Arweave allows us to remember and preserve valuable information, apps, and history indefinitely. By preserving history, it prevents others from rewriting it. Now, this is something that a lot of people might not kind of be aware of, but unfortunately, Google has a tendency to kind of go back and change things to kind of push their narrative. Now, I don't want to get too deeply into that, but let's just say some of the things you might read on Google might not be accurate history. It might have, you know, some things thrown in there or whatever that kind of benefits whatever propaganda that Google likes to push. Again, don't want to get too deep into that. You can kind of either connect the dots or look into that more if you would like. But I definitely think preserving history is going to be huge, because we definitely see a lot of rewriting of history currently. So welcome to the permaweb. Another thing I'd like to also bring to people's attention that they're not aware of, if you don't know what web rot is, go look up what web rot is. There's plenty of videos, and that kind of brings a use case to this as well. So on top of the Arweave network lives the permaweb, a global community-owned website that anyone can contribute to or get paid to maintain. The permaweb looks just like the normal web, but all of its content, from images to full web apps, is permanent, retrieved quickly, decentralized forever. So just as the first web connected people over the vast distances, the permaweb connects people over the extremely long period of time. No more 404s or more stealth edits, no more apps that decline in quality. So this one is huge. I definitely think out of the three projects we're going to look at today, I think this one might have more of a current day use case, because we are seeing a lot of things that they're talking about right now. It's not something that, you know, I'm sure it'll get worse as it goes on, but web rot and, you know, stealth edits are a very big issue that a lot of people don't actually really know about. And one of the bigger things I also wanted to mention here, you can see Coinbase Ventures. So they are partnered with part of Coinbase. So we're going to head over quickly here to the technology. So I just kind of wanted to give a quick little peek into how this works. So the core technology that powers the Arweave is the block weave. Just as a blockchain is a linked collection of blocks containing transactions, a block weave specifically designed for the Arweave protocol is a set of blocks that contain data linking to multiple previous blocks from the network. This data structure allows the network to enforce that miners provide a proof of access to old data in order to add it to new blocks. Unlike in a traditional blockchain where miners are forced to expend electricity in order to earn tokens, in the Arweave network, miners are also encouraged to replicate valuable data, the information stored in the network, in order to gain tokens. This mechanism offsets the value that is normally wasted in blockchain networks with useful energy efficient storage of data. And then it goes over the storage endowment, how that works, and a little bit more information on the permaweb. I definitely suggest if any of the three you look into this project, because I definitely think it has a ton of potential. There's a faucet up here where you can set up a wallet and get some free Arweave. And if you guys are interested in mining, there is also an entire thing here. You guys can start mining and helping out the Arweave network. So that's going to wrap this one up here. We are going to go ahead into our next project, Altheim. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. So Altheim network. So you can find that at Alf_im. It's an open source cross-chain decentralized cloud project, database, computation, SOL indexing, DID. So you can see here they're based out of France. You guys can go ahead and follow them here if you would like to. But we're going to go to the coin market cap. This one is kind of in between the last two with a market cap of 89 million, still relatively small. We got a price of 49 cents, fully diluted market cap at 248.5 million with 24-hour volume of 3.9 million, circulating supply being 180 million with 500 million being the max supply. So you can see the chart here, kind of just up and down. We've seen in, what is this, September, August, whatever, kind of a rise, and we're currently sitting where we're at. So here are all the exchanges, again, available on KuCoin, link in the description if you need an account. So definitely be sure to check this one out as well. We're gonna head over to the website, Aleph.im. So this one is a cloud computing for DeFi and Web3 simplified. So allow your blockchain enabled app to securely access trusted off-chain data or computation within a couple lines of code. So you have blockchain agnostic, lightning fast, low cost, and trustless. So as seen on Cointelegraph, Defiant, Yahoo Finance, you can check out some of those here. They have some dApps you can try, including staking, as well as it being cross-chain compatibility, which again is always big for me. It's compatible with Ethereum, Polkadot, Cosmos, Binance Smart Chain, Solana, Avalanche, and Polygon. So that's definitely great to have a lot of compatibility with different projects. The current state here, you can see that the network is live, dApps are live, SDK is live, and what's next? Virtual machines, DID framework, and resource nodes. So why do we want to use Altheim? You can build dApps without centralized components. Data storage and business logic runs on our unstoppable decentralized network instead of centralized services such as AWS or Google Cloud. As you can see, a lot of these projects mention AWS or Google Cloud because these are basically Web3 competitors to them. So this is the first generation of fully decentralized apps. And here you can see some use cases as decentralized exchange order books, document certification, KYC metadata, NFT metadata, document management systems, cloud storage, and real-time dApps. And then there's some partners, Serum, Reef, and ExceedMe. We actually looked at this project not too long ago, so that's interesting. Anyways, we're gonna scroll up here to the top. We are gonna take a look at the architecture. So this here is kind of give you a main understanding of how the whole thing works. So you have a solution stack, layers structured the whole solution. So here on the bottom layer, you have on-chain network layers like Polygon, Avalanche, all the ones we talked about earlier. On top of that is an off-chain peer-to-peer network layer, SDK layer on top of that for JavaScript and Python clients. And then on the very top, you have the application layer where the dApps and protocols and some live dApps, that's where those go. And then off-chain peer-to-peer network layer, a custom network powered by core channel nodes. So you have all your different networks that are all kind of linking into Altheim, and then the different layers that we talked about. So you can see private data. Data is private and encrypted by default, but can be made public by the user themselves. Availability and scalability, that is only replicated across nodes for availability. Replication is limited for scalability. So the network features 0 transaction fees and transaction speed of 50 to 100 ms. So some other more technical stuff here you guys can look at if you would like to, but that's gonna about wrap it up. I don't want to make this video too long. So I hope that these 3 projects bring you guys some insight into kind of what we're looking at with cloud storage and data storage and all these things for Web3. As I said, data is just something that is going to be and that's going to need to be stored. The more you have all these Web3 projects start, the data needs to go somewhere. So I definitely think all 3 of these projects have great use cases. Again, saying Arweave is probably, if we're going to talk about relevance, Arweave is probably your best bet, but I definitely think ColdStack has a lot of potential as well. All 3 of them honestly do, but there are a ton of data storage projects out there. So if you guys would like me to look into any more, if these really interest you, I'm trying to find some more of these like kind of hidden categories that people aren't really looking into a lot right now. Like I said, this one's definitely going to be huge, and I know there's a lot of other ones out there. So if you guys really enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think about it, or if you're interested in any of these data storage projects. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed the video. As I said, we upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you guys aren't going to want to miss out on any of my future videos. You guys can follow me at hidden_crypto. I always forget to mention my Twitter page, as I do kind of talk about some of the projects and stuff like that a little earlier than I do on YouTube. So if you kind of want to get the little first look, I would definitely suggest to go over there and follow me so you guys can stay up to date. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I will see you guys Friday, and until then, peace.